Everybody, I have a book for us today called Creepy Carrots, and the skill in reading that we're going to work on today is compare contrast. So I can compare and contrast while reading, and I want you to try to remember back when we did our friendship diagrams. We've done them other times too, but remember at the beginning of the year we did that compare contrast with our friend. So we did the Venn diagram, and remember these are the things. If something goes here, the opposite goes here. And that's when you contrast. Those are the things that are different. And then the things that go in the middle are the things that are the same. And that's when you compare them, okay? So people use compare all the time to say like and different, but truly compare is when things are alike and contrast is when things are different. Okay, so what we're gonna do today, I'm reading Creepy Carrots, and what I want you thinking about is, remember last week when I read tops and bottoms? So we have kind of similar characters maybe, but a little bit different. So what I want you thinking about is the book Tops and Bottoms, and if you remember how the bear was really lazy and did not want to do anything, and the rabbit took advantage of that, and planted the garden, kept all the food and everything until the bear finally realized he needed to work himself, okay? But we're going to read another story called Creepy Carrots today. It is, I love this, look at this. All right, Creepy Carrots. Jasper Rabbit had a passion for carrots, and the carrots that grew in Krakenhopper Field were the best, fat, crisp, and free for the taking. Now, this already reminds me of something. It reminds me of different stories that we've done over the year. An example could be Chocolate Fever, Chocolate Touch, those stories that many of you have read that, wanting that. How about Bad Case of the Stripes? How about that one? Here we go. He pulled some for a morning snack on the way to school. He yanked out a few on his way to Little League practice. He ripped them from the ground on his way home at night. Jasper couldn't get enough carrots. Until they started following him. Have you ever had a strange feeling at all? I hope not, but it might have happened. So you can kind of compare it to you. He first noticed something strange after the big game against the East Valley Hares. Jasper was about to help himself to a victory snack when he heard it. The soft, sinister tunk, tunk, tunk of carrots creeping. He turned, but there was nothing there. Just my imagination, he thought, but he hopped a little faster. Can you make a connection, kind of feel the comparison to how he's feeling right now? A little scared, a little worried, right? That night, as he was brushing his teeth, there they were. Jasper whipped around, but nothing. He laughed at himself, picked his toothbrush off the floor, and went to bed quickly. The next morning, he approached Krakenhopper Field slowly. He reached for 2 wild carrots. Nothing happened. He bit into one. Nothing happened. Whew, creepy carrots. Oh, it was ridiculous. But when he arrived home that evening, "Mom, Mom," Jasper screamed, "creepy carrots in the shed." His mom opened the door slowly. There weren't any carrots, not even the regular kind. There are no such things as creepy carrots, Mom said, shaking her head. Later that night, as Jasper lay in bed, he heard it, breathing, terrible carroty breathing, and there on his wall. Oh, creepy carrots, he shouted, Dad, Dad! His dad thumped into his bedroom and threw on the light. Maybe something like that's happened to you, or you've called your parents into your room because you've been worried. They searched under the bed. Oh, no creepy carrots. They looked through the closet. No creepy carrots. They opened the dresser drawers. No creepy carrots. Oh, just a bad dream, son, his dad said, shaking his head. Now go to sleep. That wasn't going to happen. By the end of the week, Jasper was seeing creepy carrots creeping everywhere. Jasper knew his parents were wrong. Creepy carrots were real and they were coming for him. But they couldn't get him if they couldn't get out. Jasper hatched a plan. First thing on Saturday, he grabbed supplies and headed to Krakenhopper Field. And can you see? Digging, watering, building. As the sun finally set across Krakenhopper Field, Jasper Rabbit smiled. On his way home, there was no tunk, tunk, tunk. There were no creepy shaped shadows. His plan had worked. No creepy carrots would ever get out of that carrot patch again. And as the sun finally set, the carrots of Krakenhopper Field cheered. Their creepy plan had worked. They were sure of it. Jasper Rabbit would never get into that carrot patch ever again. Okay, let's do a quick compare contrast with our two stories, with creepy carrots and with tops and bottoms. Now, first of all, what's the same about them? Yeah, they both have a rabbit as one of the main characters, okay? But the rabbits are a little different. So let's talk about what's different about those rabbits. The rabbit in tops and bottoms, what could we say to describe him? Can you think about him? He was pretty, right? Pretty clever or smart, we want to say. He came up with his plan right away and he knew what he wanted to do. Instead, Jasper, during most of the story, we wouldn't necessarily say he was clever or smart. He was what during most of the story? Scared or worried, okay? So there's a difference right there. One, in the story, the rabbit was clever and good about planning, and the other was that he was scared and worried. Now, the thing, though, that is the same, and I have that word plan there, I want you to think about this, is that both of them, both the rabbits, did come up with a plan, right? This rabbit in tops and bottoms, he just came up with his plan right away at the beginning of the story, where Jasper came up with a plan finally by the end of the story to fix his problem, okay? So one did it at the beginning and the other one came up with a plan at the end. So that's something that's the same, other than the fact that they're both rabbits. They both ended up coming up with a plan. And then remember, the thing that's the contrast is that during most of this story, this rabbit is pretty clever and smart. And in this one, he's pretty worried and scared. All right? I hope you enjoyed our new story.